Bruce, take me back to the start. You come in to Liverpool, and Ray Clements is there, and Ray Clements is, to some, not just the greatest Liverpool goalkeeper, but maybe one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. He's been there for pretty much getting on for a decade at this point. What's the mindset walking into the club there? Because you didn't go straight in as number one. You got your feet under the table a little bit first.
Yes, I was fortunate that I signed in March and coming to the end of the season. So Bob Paisley said to me, well, you play the away games and Steve Agrizovic plays the home games. So I had 3 away games. Everton was my first game away at Everton. We won that one, 1-0. We came back to Anfield to watch the first team lose to Everton at home. Corner kick by Bale. John Bailey, curled all the way in. So I thought, wow, where's the goalkeeper here? Yes, Ray was the best goalkeeper in the world at the time. And the second away game I played was Bolton Wanderers away, where Brian Kidd was the striker, and I had a banter with him. I told Kidd he was too old, he couldn't score. And then the third one was Leeds United away, where we drew 1-1, and yeah, that was my mistake. I came out to catch a ball and got clattered by someone, dropped the ball, and he slotted it in. So
it's interesting because you look at that Liverpool side and the transition from the late 70s and into the 80s, and you go back and you watch the 77, 78 European Cup finals. By the time we get into the 80s, it feels like the Liverpool team changed. It went up a gear in some regards. It became a much more modern footballing side, and I think you almost typified that in some regard, because you were far more, more all action, more of a footballer's goalkeeper, I think.
Well, I came into the era where we had brilliant players like Steve Highway, Jimmy Case, Ray Kennedy, and these are the ones that actually went in 81, and with Ray Clements. So it was a transition period where in came Rushy, Ronnie Whelan, Craig Johnson, myself, Mark Lawrenson in the latter part of that year. So it was a transition period, and yes, it was getting a younger team in. Bob Paisley thought, well, he's seen something in all the players that he had bought, and he blended them in just at the right time. Because it took us 6 months to actually get going.
Yeah.
And then we kicked on and we won the League Cup. That's the one that you should win, League Cup, by February. And then we kicked on and we, went on to win the league.
Yeah. That spell, around that time, you took from like 84 to 1990, the craziest era probably in Liverpool's history, because obviously you get the end of after Bob Paisley, Joe Fagan, Kenny Dalglish taking over. You've got Heysel, you've got Hillsborough. That it must have felt, because I don't want to dive too much into the Heysel and Hillsborough stuff, because it's there, it's on record. But there must be a point where, because you're there throughout that, where, and given how Liverpool is being managed as a city as well, where it must feel like everything is against the city of Liverpool and the Liverpool fans and Liverpool Football Club.
Listen, the government of Britain didn't have anything they liked about Liverpool right from the 80s. If you have a look at the history of how Liverpool has been left by itself and left on its own, how other north-west cities have got a preference over Liverpool. I'm talking about Manchester, how they got the funding to get the docks, the Salford Quays developed, redeveloped, and when we started with the Albert Dock to get that, and then next minute the money is gone from the funding of redevelopment around Liverpool. The government has never taken to Liverpool, and Liverpool have had to fend for itself. And the character of the Liverpool Scousers in Liverpool is tremendous. Both sides, red and blue. The city of Liverpool is the heart and soul of anybody that wants to come to have a fun time. you come to Liverpool. You don't have to go anywhere else. This is a beautiful place, and it's a great family. And I've been, it's a privilege that I've had coming here. I've got 2 Scouse daughters, so it's brilliant that I can say that I've got a Scouser in me.
I guess the aftermath, particularly of Hillsborough, I think that's the kind of stuff that forever cemented the relationship between a number of players and the city. The likes of yourself, the likes of Kenny Dalglish became almost a focal point. He became it felt at times like he took the burden of the city on his shoulders. You've known the man for a number of years, and you yourself were involved in that. It's probably not a great time to look back on, but the strength of character shown by some people around that time was unbelievable.
Well, just to show how the hierarchy in Britain disregarded Liverpool. Kenny Dalglish got knighted just recently. Mm-hmm. He should have been knighted right after the Hillsborough of how he conducted himself and for the city of Liverpool. So it took a long time for him to get knighted. And hopefully now the city of Liverpool gets the recognition it deserves, because here in Liverpool we've got beautiful people that even come here and get adopted by the Scouse culture. And it's about time that we get recognized properly. Yeah. Okay, it might have started with the city of Liverpool getting the culture, of Europe, city of culture for Europe. People must know that Liverpool is a great place to come to. Yeah. And the redevelopment of Liverpool must come, and funding it has to come. Yeah. Because this is a unique part of the world with unique people. Yeah. And beautiful people as well.
Oh, thanks, Bruce. Back onto the pitch then. That 86, Kenny Dalglish is in charge. We go on and we win the double that season. I mean, did you have any inkling that you've obviously been through Paisley, you've been through that era of just Liverpool being the best, and then here's this guy, and he's already the best player's ever played for the club, pretty much, and then he just takes over the managerial reins, and Liverpool just carry on.
He was the only person that could actually slot into that role, player manager. Incidentally, he didn't want to play. He was managing at the beginning. Yeah. And it was the coaches, his backroom staff of Ronnie Moran and Roy Evans, said to him, come on, get your boots on and go out. So they encouraged him to go and play. And then second half of the season, look what happened. Yeah. Comes out and he actually scores the goal that takes us to win the double at Chelsea. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
You couldn't write it, can you? Yeah. It was just there.
He's real life Roy the Rovers, isn't he?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Looking back over your time at Liverpool, then is there a particular moment, whether it's a game or it's a moment within a game or it's a title or a season, that you're most proud of?
They all roll into one, but
all those successful years.
The proudest moment for me was signing for Liverpool.
Really?
Yes, because I said it to 3 of my colleagues in the army that if I get out of this war, I'm going to make it my mission to play for Liverpool. And they looked at me and said, oh yeah, we're going for an ambush tonight. And 1 in the 3 chances, one of us will get shot. And one of us did get shot. It was my mate, but it was only a flesh wound, so it's all right.
Did you get in touch with him when you did?
No, we're still mates now. He makes Chibuku, the beer, African beer, in Durban, South Africa. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, and his name is Stuart Eyre, Stooge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Fantastic. He was the one that says, we're going for an ambush tonight. Oh, yeah.
Sounds like he wanted to be more
I've made my
careful.
dream come true, and for me, putting pen to paper with Liverpool was my, best moment.
Amazing. Well, Bruce, thank you very much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much indeed. And thank you very much, Redmen TV.
Yeah, and of course, go and get Bruce's book.
Oh.
it's absolutely phenomenal. And look, we've barely scratched the surface. Plenty of stories from there, from you know, obviously a wonderful character and a wonderful Liverpool hero as well, and of course a hero of mine. I'm gushing, I'm going to stop. Get the book. We'll put a link for you to get it in the video info underneath. Yeah, thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you all soon.